Hey guys, I know I promise quick videos a lot, but this time I really mean it. I really mean it, I promise. You can go back to yesterday's post, which was kind of a bridge of the gap between yesterday and today because some classes got farther and some classes didn't. But I introduced to you the type of writing that you're going to be doing this week. We're going to be doing like a real quick writer's workshop intensive about how to write a persuasive essay. Sometimes it's known as an argument essay, but I don't want you to think, argument, I am in an argument. Argument really just means your position on something. You're making an argument for something, or against something, or whatever. So really, I like the term persuasive essay, but you should know that Common Core will call it an argument essay some of the time. A lot of the time, actually. Lies. So, I titled this post, Who Says What? Because most of you can go back to yesterday's post to see all the commercials that we went over yesterday and today, and to really get a handle on what marketers actually do and what advertising people actually do, and how their process works to get you to believe what they need you to believe in order to buy their product. And that's what it is a lot of the time. A lot of the persuasive stuff we see out there are ads because, I mean, let's face it, we're bombarded by ads all over the place. And their goal is to sell you something that maybe you need, maybe you don't need it, but that's their goal. So we looked at and we summed up and we said that really somebody who is trying to be persuasive needs to keep three things in mind. Well, what are those three things? First and foremost, and actually I'm going to use this marker because it seems to be working the best. First and foremost, the thing that we have to keep in mind when we are trying to persuade somebody is our audience. We have to remember that anytime we write, speak, do anything, we have to consider who we're talking to, who we're writing to, who our audience is, because that's going to necessarily change the voice, the word choice, our entire organizational approach, even our ideas. It's going to alter them. And so because it changes everything about the 6 traits of writing, first things first, we need to think about the purpose of what we're writing. Our author's purpose is to connect with an audience. So who is our audience? So that hasn't really changed. That hasn't really changed at all, even though we're writing persuasively instead of narratively, which means telling a story we remember from earlier in the year. The next thing we have to take into account is, what's our goal? Because if we're trying to persuade somebody and not just tell a story, if we're trying to persuade somebody, we must have a goal. What are we trying to do? Are we trying to get somebody to believe us? Are we trying to explain something to somebody else so that they understand something better? What is our goal? Are we trying to bring somebody over onto our side? What are we trying to do? We have to have a goal. It's the what. And again, both of these things get linked together in author's purpose. But author's purpose is just where we begin, right? We need to have a plan of attack. And really, that goes back to this. Who are we talking to? What is going to work? What are we going to say? What are we going to try to accomplish? What are we going to try to accomplish? How will that all work together? How are we going to do that? What are our tactics? Maybe another good word for that? What are our strategies for accomplishing our goal? How are we going to do that? Those are the three things we have to remember if we are going to write persuasively or talk persuasively, if we're going to give a speech, if we're going to write a commercial, if you go into advertising someday and marketing. These are the three things. Who am I talking to? What is my goal? And how am I going to bring my tactics and strategies that I know will work on this audience to accomplish my goal? How am I going to bring that all together to really do that? We're going to take the next 3 days and we're going to go through the writer's process on a piece of persuasive writing in which you, a patriot fighter, during the revolution, are going to convince me, Joe Average Colonist, who doesn't really want to fight for either side and really just wants to stay in my own little house and do my own thing, how are you going to use persuasion to convince me to follow you into battle. Because remember, we can't sell war. War is not an easy sell. There's an old saying that says, war is, well, good luck selling to anybody. That's not appealing. Just like in a weight loss commercial, like we saw yesterday or today, depending on what class you're in, you're not selling hard work. You're not selling discipline. Nobody buys hard work. Nobody buys discipline. They buy hope. They buy a miracle, right? Same thing with workout products. Nobody's buying hard work, discipline, eating right, being healthy. Nobody's selling that because nobody's buying that. So what do we sell? We sell what we know people will buy. Get ripped quick, in no time, fast, all of these things, right? So we need to figure out what it is that we are selling using the causes of the revolution as your ammo, your ammunition, your tactics and your strategies for getting me, the colonist who's on the fence, to join the revolution with you. Okay? That's what our goal is for the next few days, is to really get inside what it takes to write a piece of persuasive writing. We've already done the introduction. We're going to start on the actual application tomorrow. I'm excited because you guys seem to be really excited about this and you seem to be really getting it. So I can't wait to see what you come up with and how you convince me to join you in the revolution. More tomorrow. See you then.